come on. It's about 8:45 on Tuesday. I just wanted to call and say hi and wish you luck on that radio thing. Is that tonight? Anyway, I love you, and I will talk to you soon.
Once there was a day we were together all the way. An endless path unbroken.
Welcome to the Torchcast, the fifth one of the year. Today with me I have a very, very special guest named Wilson. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. How's it going?
Pretty good. Wilson, what's your major?
I'm music industry management. I'm a senior in that.
Are you graduating this year?
Yep, graduating in May.
Nice. So, what's your deal? Like, what are you involved in on campus, things like that?
I was formally involved with the Music Industry Management Association. I'm most actively involved with Phi Sigma Kappa fraternity on e-board there, and keeps me pretty busy.
Good times. All right, well, Wilson, we have quite a few things to talk about today. This should be a fun episode. First of all, I want to dive into clowns real quick. Okay, Wilson texted me earlier today, and he said, hey, Kip, for the pod tonight, let's not do clowns. I'm sick of hearing about clowns. I said, Wilson, we're talking about the clowns. What I feel is that maybe, because you hear about them all the time, like in different parts of the country, maybe there's one or two that actually there's like an idiot dressed up as a clown, but I think a good 90% of those are fake.
I would say that's probably a pretty good guess. That's at least what I think.
Yeah, I mean, how often do you hear about someone threatening someone or being scary to someone, running away and getting away? You know, I feel like at least a couple of these clowns would be tackled by a cop, you know, by now.
Yeah, I think if these guys are actually like hanging out, being threatening to people, I feel like that some action would be taken by these people, or by them. You'd hear about victims of this if they were real.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's real and there's some idiots. But I mean, Meg Hyler wrote an article this week about clowns, and I guess there was a sighting in Big Rapids, but no one was caught. How do you get rid of the clown costume too? You know, like if you ran away into the woods, you'd have to ditch that clown costume, or else you'd be seen again. You know.
Yeah, and then you'd just be running around like in your boxers or something.
Right, and you'd have to keep buying clown costumes if you wanted to keep doing it. You'd lose all your money on clown costumes. I mean, it can't be cheap.
No.
Jeez, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, if these people are doing it, they must have some money to throw away.
Yeah, my sister texted me last night and said, hey, there's a clown in Big Rapids, be careful. I'm like, I'm not afraid of a clown.
Yeah.
I'll kill a clown.
You'd be surprised how many people I hear saying that too.
Well, I think a lot of people are all talk. They say, oh, I'd punch a clown in the face, but me, no. I would actually murder a clown if I felt that I was in danger. I guess it wouldn't be murder at that point. It'd be considered...
it'd be self-defense. Well,
if I felt like my life was in danger, yeah. But, all right. None of this is on the record, by the way. I'm not going to kill anyone.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Okay, I did a fun thing today. I posted a Survey Monkey on my Facebook and asked people what their last meal would be if they're on death row. This is always I always ask people this because I think it's like one of the most fun thing to talk about. Like, not your favorite food necessarily, but what you would eat if it was your last meal. So, Wilson, what do you think?
Well, my last meal would be my favorite meal.
Okay.
And it would be probably a nice steak with some noodles on the side with some gravy, maybe some mashed potatoes.
Noodles and gravy?
Yeah.
How is that?
Oh, it's good. It's
like
delicious.
Turkey gravy?
Like like any kind of gravy. I'd probably have just regular brown gravy, but
I've never had gravy on noodles before.
Yeah, like a stroganoff.
It's
gravy. Yeah, like that. But like instead of the meat, have just like a steak on the side.
Yeah, I'm not a stroganoff guy.
Yeah,
but that's maybe because I just hate Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a reasonable one. I think mine here would be a Coke Zero, Maker's Mark, New York strip, which is a steak, a little bit of pasta salad, and to finish it off, a slice of pistachio cake, which is my favorite dessert.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
I forgot about the dessert.
You know, The Rock might have its shortcomings, but I used to go to The Rock, and they had a pistachio cake every now and then. Oh my God, is it good. So anyway, we have a bunch of responses here. One person said a ham, bacon, sausage, pepperoni pizza. Too many meats. You gotta throw a little green pepper on, you know that.
Yeah. Throw something in there to mix it up.
Yeah, a little color too. I mean, your pizza would look funky.
Yeah.
One guy just said steak, or guy or gal, I'm not sure. Someone wrote Kip's Last LaCroix. I guess whoever wrote that knows that I enjoy a LaCroix every day, all day.
Yeah.
Let's see. Inappropriate one. The person executing me. And if that is not an option, then I'd be Chinese food buffet and mint chocolate chip ice cream. So the person said they want to eat the person executing them.
That's cannibalism.
Yeah, and for your last thing you do to eat a person, that's you don't want to be remembered for that.
Yeah.
Another guy just said steak. Let's see. To me, the last meal isn't important. The most important is who cooked it, like any one of my family's signature dishes. That's a stupid answer.
That's kind of...
Because the reason is your family isn't on death row with you. They don't just get to show up and make food with you, you know? Like the one of the guards goes out to, you know, the strip mall and buys whatever you ask. I think there's a limit, you know. I don't think they're going to let your family come in.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess I actually wasn't clear in the way I asked it. I just said the last meal. Maybe the death row thing wasn't in there. So, all right, that's fair enough then, I guess. One person said Kraft macaroni and cheese. I guess if you really like it.
If you really like it, I guess that's...
Yeah. All right. I'm not a mac and cheese guy. But one person said crab, lobster, raw oysters with strawberry cheesecake, and a Maker's 46 on ice. Maker's 46 is my favorite drink, so whoever wrote that, well done. I don't like crab, lobster, or oysters, so well done on the drink at least. And I doubt you can... I said Maker's, Mark, so I'm guilty of this too, but I doubt you can have a drink on death row.
I don't know how that would work.
I feel like it's reasonable to give them one drink for their last meal, but I'm not sure they do that. Who knows?
All
right, we can look that up. We'll have our tech guy do that.
Yeah.
Shrimp steak with Alfredo. And the person put in parentheses gluten-free, of course. I only have 2 gluten-free Facebook friends.
Yeah, I only know a couple people that are gluten intolerant.
Yeah, gluten intolerant. They're not gluten-free. A person can't be gluten-free. Is there gluten in your body?
Probably. I would imagine somewhere.
Maybe. But isn't gluten wheat? I mean, there's no wheat in a person.
Oh, yeah. Probably not.
I don't really know what
Whatever.
gluten is. Okay, well, that's what we got for last meal. So good job, everyone. Thanks for writing in. Comment when you listen to this your favorite meal or your last meal. So, Wilson, let's move into some news. We got a couple cool stories here today. First one, freshman enrollment numbers decrease. So what it said is that enrollment is going down 6.4% until 2022. And the reasons why are, these are opinions. I don't think these are official reasons, but waiting lists to get into programs. So for example, nursing, if you have to come and you have to be out of school for a year, or take electives for a year and wait to get in, that's one reason. And then I guess private institutions are on the rise, like Hillsdale College or somewhere like that. And I guess the reason for that is you can get more financial aid at those places or more scholarships. So that's interesting. I didn't know that enrollment was going down. I guess there's less people graduating high school now too.
I did hear that.
That's bad.
I did hear that. That's I don't know what that is. I feel like this will be a problem for Ferris coming up, considering they're building that brand new residence hall.
That's true, but they did just raise tuition. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't think it'll affect us that much, but we'll see, I guess. Hopefully, it's important to stay in school.
Yeah.
Let's see. Textbook prices are super high. That is not the headline, but that's in my notes. This is an article about by Meg Heiler. Basically, the article talked about why textbook prices are so high, and my take on this is that they are really expensive, but my textbooks are really important to me because I am not a lecture guy. I can sit in class for an hour and 15 minutes and not even learn anything. I get most of my learning from the book. I like to read at home, Wilson, what do you think?
As far as that goes, I'm actually the opposite. I can read a book. I can sit down in my room and read a book for 2 hours, and I'm probably not going to get much out of it. I'm more of an auditory learner, so sitting in lecture really helps me. That's why I'm a big fan of like audiobooks over regular books.
Yeah.
As well. So
I guess everyone's different, you know. But yeah, they're really expensive. I get what it said in the article is that the average is $600 per semester. That doesn't seem right.
$600.
I don't think I've ever. I spent maybe $500 once, but I don't think I've ever even
like on a book,
on books in general for a semester.
Oh yeah, because that's, I mean, you figure if you have 4 or 5 classes, 4 or 5 books, that's over $100 per book, maybe.
Yeah, I suppose most of my professors are pretty good about giving us a cheaper option.
Yeah.
So
I have the same thing going on.
All right, a little fun crimes of the week now. Looks like somebody stole a T-shirt from a display case at the Rock on a dare.
All right.
Why would you?
Okay.
I don't buy the you only live once. Let's do something stupid mentality. You only live once, so you should try to not spend any of your time in jail or on probation or being kicked out of school. You only live once, so don't do the stupid dare.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Yeah.
Why? I mean, it's not even a good story. Like, if you're gonna do something really stupid, make sure it's a good story. Oh, the story is I stole a T-shirt. Like,
yeah,
dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
Like, come on. And from The Rock, I mean, there's so many people in The Rock. How do you not get caught?
Yeah, especially because I think it was sitting right out where you walk in, so there's people working right up there. They could have saw you.
No, it must have been a really cool T-shirt.
Yeah, it must have been.
I just spent $40 on a sweatshirt today online.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
That's I don't know that I would spend that much on a shirt.
Normally I wouldn't, but it was really cool.
Yeah.
All right, some more crimes. We had marijuana in a parking lot, marijuana in the dorms. Of course, it was Brophy Hall.
Of course.
There's really no saving Brophy or McNerney.
No.
It's like a cancerous foot. Just cut it off. Why haven't they
just
demolished Brophy and McNerney yet?
I don't know, and I can't imagine. I just cannot imagine what living in there would be like. I never lived in there personally, but I hear about all the sorts of things that happen in that hall, and I just can't imagine.
It's the Wild West. I used to live in McNerney, and I think it was. I don't want to say bad because we had a good staff, and the people I lived with were fine. Just the sheer number of things that happen there that you read about, like, dude, I don't know. We had cops walking up and down the halls all the time in McNerney. It's like patrolling a problem neighborhood.
Yeah. Maybe they just need to keep a cop in Brophy McNerney all the time.
Have an undercover cop, like a 22-year-old recent graduate of the academy, just have him pretend he's going to school.
Yeah. And
just be in the hall.
Yeah. They probably need it.
Maybe. All right. Let's see. We got animal cruelty warrant was served in Bishop Hall. I don't understand. How can you be cruel to an animal in a place you're not allowed to have an animal?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not allowed to have animals in the residence halls. So,
well, there must be more to the story. That'd be worth diving into, but I don't have any more information than that. All I know is if this guy or gal is really guilty of being cruel to an animal, get a grip. That's not cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. We have a drunk gentleman at the gate parking lot that had a handgun.
That's extremely illegal.
Yeah. So I don't think he was threatening anyone with a handgun or anything. He was just a drunk guy. Cops came up to him and he was in possession of a handgun. What's the movie Jackie Brown, I think? Have you seen that? It's a Tarantino movie. The guy gets caught drunk driving. He has a handgun and he's going to flip on his dude, so the guy shoots him. I wonder if it's anything like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably not. But it's possible. Okay, let's see. Debate watch party was held in the UC by the Political Engagement Project. That was last week. Wilson, did you go to that?
No, I didn't. I wanted to, but I believe I had prior obligations.
Yeah, I didn't. I was at work, so I didn't get to see any of the debate. I did watch the highlights after. The thing about it, debates for me are less important because I tend to stay up on everything. I read the news every day. I'm always engaged. And when I see a debate, it's almost like just, hearing everything you've already heard. They don't say anything surprising. It's not like Hillary came around and said, "Oh, I don't want universal health care anymore." It's everything you think they're going to say, they say, and really the people just watch to see how they handle themselves.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good assessment of it too, because I'm the same way. I keep up in the political world, and I follow everything that's going on. And for me, the debates, I feel like, I think it's more of a test of how you can handle yourself under pressure, and how you can what your temperament is, not to use a buzzword from this election, but what your temperament is when you are attacked, whether it be on a position or personally.
Right. So, in that respect, I guess you could give it to Hillary this week, then, from what I could tell, or last week.
Yeah, I listened to the debate the next day in a podcast form, and I thought Hillary handled herself better than Donald Trump did, but it's hard to tell in this election sometimes.
Yeah, who knows? And then you watch the after stuff, like on Fox News or CNN or whatever, and the commentators, they're so not as smart as they think they are. Like the people they go to that are on the floor and they're like, "Oh, Hillary Clinton was so much calmer." Like, who watches that stuff and says, "Oh, you're right"? Like, I always see that stuff and I'm like, can I make my own decision on who is calmer? Like, I watched it too, you know. I don't know. Debates for me are not that important.
Yeah.
As long as you know who what their stances are already, the debate is just watching them battle. You know, it's just good TV. It's a good ads.
Yeah.
It's a good place to sell your ads. You know.
Yeah, it basically is. I feel like, unfortunately, now with these debates, at least in the last few elections, have not been very much substance. I feel like it's exactly that, just a time to get your face out there and sell ads and things like that, because there's not a lot of back and forth deep intellectual talk going on.
There's really not, like, any.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I actually think I'd kick both Donald Trump and Hillary's ass in the debate because I don't want to be president. I think the reason that they have to limit themselves so much on how they talk or what they say because they're trying to be president. If you just say the truth or what you believe is right, then you might not be elected, you know?
Yep.
So that's unfortunate. But anyway, the VP debate is tonight in the IRC. Tonight meaning Tuesday, which is the day we're recording this. And so that's tonight at 8:30. If you're hearing this, it's too late because this isn't going to be out till tomorrow. So yeah, good times. The best of the best was held in the IRC last Thursday. This was an article by Travis Sacher. I was there in attendance. I served as one of the representatives of Jets Pizza, and unfortunately, Jets broke its winning streak. We were bested by The Gate, which is the bowling alley. The bowling alley won, and I guess their taco pizza was a big hit. So I've never had anything like that.
I never have either. Taco pizza does sound pretty good, though.
Yes, but I hate sour cream, and I saw everyone walking around with pizza that had sour cream on it.
Ooh.
So,
yeah.
Sour cream is like cyanide to me. I avoid it at all costs.
It's a pretty bold claim.
Yeah, I don't like sour cream. I don't like cottage cheese, sour cream. I don't like any white, like, sauce.
Alfredo?
No, I hate Alfredo.
Oh.
Like, you can't name any. I mean, besides maybe, like, vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, different. You know, it's cold and, like, a different texture.
It is a different texture, yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it comes from, I had blue cheese when I was a kid and threw it up.
That could be it.
It might have just stayed with me since then. But yeah, it's like I avoid it like the plague. So have you had the Gates Pizza?
I haven't. Usually if I'm at the Gate, I'm not eating food. So
Yeah, that's
bowling
true.
or at the bar or something.
Yeah, no doubt. We're playing Keno.
Not a big Keno guy.
No? I love Keno.
No.
I only play $5 when I go because I'm not a gambling addict by any means. I only play Keno like once a month or whatever, but I understand how people could get really into gambling because like you lose $5 and you're like, all right, well I'll just play again, win it back. Like, no, Kip, you're gonna lose in this. You don't keep playing Keno. I just remind myself. But yeah, I get it. Anyway, so Clax, here's another article. Clax held a Pokemon stuffing event to promote their office. This is an article by Nick Vanderwold. So what I understand is that the Clack's office held a thing where you could come and stuff a stuffed Pokemon.
Is it like the Build-A-Bear type of thing where
I
you
imagine.
stuff it?
Yeah, this is Ferris. This is where your money's going. To events where you go stuff a cartoon character to promote an office. This is come on, a Pokemon of all things. It's a child's thing. Why don't we have stuffed iCarly dolls next? Like, guys, if we're gonna stuff anything, it should be like Stranger Things or some real pop culture. I mean, Pokemon is, to me at least, is irrelevant. I know, Wilson, you're a little bit more into that arena.
I've recently kind of gotten into a little bit of the Pokemon Go, but I mean, I understand it's really, really popular. So I guess if they think that's what's going to bring attention to their office, good marketing for them, I guess.
I guess. God, Pokemon though. All right.
Well, don't be hating on the Pokemon.
Well, we have to leave the podcast early today because we have to go stuff Rugrats, and then I mean, it's a child's thing. Is it not a child's character?
I think it started that way, and I think they realized their audience was maturing, so they kind of stepped up the game a little bit.
Guess.
But it might be.
That's why us millennials are all moving back home when we graduate, because we're so into the nostalgia. Like, I'll try to do a nostalgia thing. Like, I'll go revisit. I don't know. I'll go revisit an old show or something from when I was a kid, and I'll watch for like 5 minutes and be like, I don't care. I mean,
yeah.
I'm a future guy. You know, I live in the now and in the future. I'm doing my budget, or just before this. So anyway, next up, let me just reiterate real quick how stupid I think the Pokemon stuffing thing is. How big of a waste of money and time. And now I'm going to move on. Let's see, 0-0 tie this weekend, women's soccer. And that was in addition to a win, which was they won 1-0 against the Tiffin Dragons, and they tied the Ashland Eagles. The soccer team is now 3-5-2. So that's good times. I don't really watch women's soccer or men's soccer. But, Wilson, you're a soccer fan, aren't you?
I like soccer. I have not gone to see any Ferris soccer, but because to be honest, I don't often know when they play, so it's not really advertised very well. But
you gotta pick up the torch.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
Yeah. I don't know. Soccer is not my thing, but if you're interested in going, then definitely look up that schedule, because it looks like we're doing all right. We're starting to move into a winning mode. All right. That's it for news. We do have a couple opinions to go over. Jordan Lodge wrote about things getting too personal when talking politics. So I think she specifically was talking about Facebook and people sharing stuff and people attacking each other personally. Yeah, Wilson, you and I differ quite a bit when it comes to politics. Is that fair to say?
I'd say that's very fair.
But Wilson and I are really good friends. So I think take a lesson from us and just be respectful of other people's opinion.
Yeah, I don't think you need to attack the other person that you're having a conversation with personally in order to attack their ideas. I think oftentimes people can take their ideas, if someone attacks their ideas, they can often take it personally, and I think that's just something we all need to work on and make sure we're not insulted personally when someone attacks our ideas. And
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm a little distracted how bad this study room that we're in smells.
It is quite terrible.
It smells like somebody doused the room with ketchup and then rubbed it into... It smells like ketchup.
Kinda, yeah.
Like warm ketchup.
Yeah.
It stinks.
Someone must have had like McDonald's in here earlier or something.
Anyway, Wilson, you're stupid because of your politics.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. We're talking about not insulting?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, me and Wilson, we have political conversations all the time. And I think, once in a while we will raise our voices. But in the end of the day, me and Wilson can hug it out. And Wilson, you're, what, a socialist? Or what do you got going on?
I just consider myself an independent. I would say as far as left-right goes, I'm further left than the Democrats. Maybe a Democratic Socialist.
Yeah.
I was a big Bernie guy when he was still, and then he endorsed Hillary, and I couldn't really back him there, but...
Yeah, so you're not a Hillary guy.
Not at all.
But you're probably not a Trump guy either, are you?
No. I'm kind of in a weird position on this election. It's really, there's not really a good option for me.
Yeah.
So
I don't think there's a good option for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But if you I'm a one-issue voter right now, and that issue is who is going to appoint the best Supreme Court justice. And I don't think Trump will be a great president. I don't think he'll be a disaster like some people are saying, but I know at least, I mean, you might not call him a conservative, but at least to keep up appearances, I think he's going to throw a conservative on the Supreme Court, whereas Hillary would definitely, that would not be the case for her.
No, I definitely think if she were elected president, she would definitely appoint left-leaning justices. And I think you're right. I think that's a very good issue, something that people oftentimes forget about or don't consider when they're considering who the next president is going to be. Is they're going to be appointing justices.
Yeah, at least possibly. I mean, right now we got an absence with Scalia, who died.
Yeah.
So we're in a deadlock in the Supreme Court right now. But let's not get too boring. Let's move on to the last opinion, which I wrote this week. I don't much write these days, but I did throw together an opinion this week about my hatred of parades. Wilson, when's the last time you went to a parade?
I would say my last year's high school homecoming. I went home.
Okay, so that was like, what, 5 years ago?
Oh, wait, no, last year.
Okay, I thought you meant your last year in high school.
Yeah, about a year ago.
Okay, so what'd you think of the parade?
I mean, it's a parade.
Exactly, it's a freaking parade. Guys, here's the thing about parades. They are more disruptive than you can possibly imagine when you consider the people that live or work where the parade is. Now, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna live there. You just drive to an area by the parade park and walk to the parade, and it's not a big deal for you. But you got to remember, people live around there, and they're trying to get home, they're trying to get to work, they're trying to leave work. I was working at Jets during one of the 3 parades that happened in the last couple weeks downtown, and we couldn't get a delivery out to save our lives because this parade was blocking Michigan Ave. And not only that, parades aren't entertaining in the slightest. What about what's in a parade that's cool? Like, tell me. There's loud sirens. I hear those every day in Big Rapids. I don't need to go to a parade for that. There's a marching band. There's marching bands. Ferris has bands. You can go see bands. You don't have to block a street for a band. Oh my God, how embarrassing! My phone rang. Anyway, there's sweaty people walking. I can see that anytime I want to go out and just go to campus. 10 minutes before class, I can see plenty of sweaty people walking. I'm just saying parades offer, there's nothing you can get out of them. Unless you're a kid, and I said this in the article, that people are like, oh, well, what about parades for kids? I mean, kids like parades. Kids don't care about the parade. They want to get free candy. They show up with buckets, like Halloween. So just buy your kid a candy bar and let him play on his iPad all day like he was going to do anyway. That way you don't have to waste your day and waste the city's time and money going to a parade.
I guess I never really thought about it that way, but you do have a good point.
I know I seem overly passionate about parades, but yeah, I just don't like them. They're a waste of time, waste of money, and they're a nuisance. But anyway, Wilson, do you have anything else you want to talk about tonight? Because I'm on a lot of notes here.
Can't really think of anything off the top of my head.
All right. Well, it's been fun times, Wilson. Thanks for coming on.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So we'll see you next week, Ferris.
My little girl, all I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here.